Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 5. I really like to say there's so much more than Gran Turismo 7, the playthrough that is running in parallel, but I explained on my reasons to switch over. I just really like these old school Gran Turismo so much better actually than the newer ones. So much more charm, so much more engaging racing in narrower street, city tracks, race circuits that are not only focused on online play with like miles wide tracks. It's just there, so the music is better, everything. And the good news is that the previous two episodes, it was kind of playing it with a workaround. I decided to now start Gran Turismo 5 because after a lot of tinkering, I did manage to get the emulator running basically really good. 4K 60 FPS, quite stable, didn't have any crashes yet with my final settings, but it was still suboptimal in the sense that my steering wheel is not detected. It's officially not supported by the emulator. So what I did, I took a little risk. I bought a converter, a restitution, did more than 100 euros it was. It arrived yesterday, and unfortunately this morning I noticed that it also didn't work, and I literally spent the whole day trying settings, and I was about to give up, but then suddenly it started working, and then I started to reverse engineer how that worked, or like, okay, well, what was different now that it suddenly started working? The steering wheel, because in the first two episodes I did use a steering wheel, but I just used an Xbox 360 controller emulator, so there was no real force feedback. It was only like the rumble that you also get in your regular controller, but it also felt way too loose, so it was also quite hard doing the license tests, which are very difficult. But now it started working with the converter, the restitution, I think it's called. Restitution or restitution, and the first T is a 1. It's not a T, but it's the number 1. Restitution. But so that started working with force feedback, and basically how you want it to how I really was looking forward to working it. And then I started back tracing back my steps, and what I found, don't ask me why, but once you hook up the wheel, I have a Logitech G Pro wheel, so that's one of the modern current day wheels, and it is being emulated by the converter into a Logitech G25. That's a much older wheel that was supported at the time of when Gran Turismo was live. But the first time you hook up the wheel and you start the emulator, you hear like, once the emulator is done loading, you hear like this sound like a hardware device is disconnected. So I spotted that before, but I was like, okay, then the wheel is being disconnected, so I need to try different settings that disconnection doesn't happen. And I also noticed that after the disconnect, it was still in the device manager as a G25, but with a different driver loaded. And you have to, for this converter to work, you have to apply some special, you have to do WIN USB drivers. It's called like a USB pass-through. That is the only way to get modern wheels working with the emulator. But so it had a different driver. It was still there, but it had a different driver. Really weird. So I also changed the driver in that second instance in the device manager of the wheel. But then it still didn't work. But what I now found, what I was constantly doing is when it didn't work afterwards, when I retried with some different settings, I also stopped and started the wheel. I put it off and back on again. That is what you must not do. It's really weird, but apparently at least with my setup, the Ras1ution Logitech G Pro PC RPSC3 converter or emulator. What for me works is starting the game, then you hear that little disconnect of like a hardware device is disconnected beep that you also hear when you unplug your mouse regular or your keyboard. Each time you unplug something, you hear that little Windows beep. But then what you do is you just stop the emulator and you start it again and keep the wheel connected. Then the second time around, it does work. And I totally by chance found that out. I was about to give up, and that would be terrible because then I would have, I don't know, I would have probably bought a cheap second-hand PlayStation 3 and played the game or something. But then we wouldn't have like this 4K upscaled image. We would have much longer loading times. So I'm really happy that that in the end, I got it to work a little bit by chance. Although I did do a lot of trial and error and elimination tests. Like, okay, what could it be? I really was looking very systematically towards a possible cause. Because the fact that the device manager reported the steering wheel as a G25 was for me really a positive sign. I was really close. It was just the emulator that needed to pick it up. But yeah, apparently the emulator, if it starts the first time, when the wheel is started in Windows, it's a different instance than after the emulator first starts loading. Then it changes something, and then you have to restart the emulator with the wheel still connected, and then it sticks and it just works. So that is one thing that I'm extremely happy with. It took a full day of testing, but honestly, I'm really looking forward to this playthrough. And this is a world of difference. Playing it with pretty good force feedback compared to like very minimal workarounds like using a wheel as Xbox 360 controller, because that is really so inaccurate, the inputs. There is also no real force feedback, so to say, only the rumble strips. You only feel the rumble, but you don't feel the force of the car in the corners building up, etc. It was totally dead in that respect. So I'm really happy that this worked. And there's one other good news. In between episodes, before messing around with the converter, the Ras1ution, trying to get the wheel to work, which finally worked out, I also managed to find a pretty simple way to enable all the DLC through a little save file modification. So we have all the DLC cars. There were quite a lot of cars, I don't know, 10, 20, pretty cool cars as well, that were locked behind a DLC icon. And you couldn't get them anymore because the offline service, the online services are decommissioned. But anyways, those I got working, and also some cars that you get, I think, from updates or something. They are in my garage. I cannot sell them. I prefer to just buy them, have them unlocked. That's what I did with all the other DLC cars. Unlock the DLC parts, but you still have to buy them. Because having these cars, these epic cars, it's nice to have them, but it totally screws up the progression feel of the game. Which that's why I like these older Gran Turismo games. You start off small, and slowly but surely you earn your way up to the cool cars, and you really get a sense of accomplishment. You really get a bond to the earlier crappy cars because they helped you get ahead in the game. So this how it is now. That is the same what I dislike of Gran Turismo 6 and Gran Turismo 7, where you just have all kinds of random hypercars. It's nice to have them, but I have zero bond with them. There's no real history, no real career progression towards them. So what I will be doing, I cannot sell them. I also don't want to just delete them because I do want to have the game as complete as possible. Many of these cars, by the way, all the cars that are called Chrome Line and that are called Stealth Model are also in the base game cars. They're just a different livery, I think. So that is all these cars, except this one, I guess, the Camaro Edge Special. That's now. I also think the regular Camaro is also in the game. So all these cars are basically also already in the game. But yeah, they have a different paint job, etc. But what I will be doing is I will not use them until I really buy the actual car in the game. Then I have 2 of them, but then I have the option like, okay, I can take the one with the special paint job, or I take the one that I bought, and that I choose a paint color myself for. Anyways, that is a very long intro ramble, but long story short, full force feedback on a Logitech G Pro wheel, fully working, and all the DLC unlocked. So I think from this 3rd episode onwards is where the playthrough truly starts. We were doing the license test B, so let's see how that, if I am a bit quicker with them, with more accurate wheel inputs, because the first 6, especially I think 3, 4 and 5, and now 6 as well. 6 took me 2 hours. They literally took me forever. These basically 3 episodes of, I don't know, of 2 hours or something. So 6 hours for 6 tests. That's what it was, and some of them went quickly, but some really took like 2 hours. Anyways, we are going to do high-speed driving lines and throttle control. This test is intended for you to get a feel of a car's acceleration and braking. Start by launching the car and accelerating as quickly as possible. Then bring the car... No, we were doing another one, right? Yeah. Alright, why aren't we immediately going to number 7? Ah, wait, I'm an idiot. I have to do it here. Here we are. B7, high-speed driving, because this one we already did, of course. This was the very first one. High-speed driving lines and throttle control. The small S's from the first half of Autumn Ring are the ideal place to practice and test your skills of steering and throttle modulation. Be extra cautious of going off the track here as you negotiate the right, right corners as fast as possible. Remember, you can't get through this section flat out, so make sure to adjust the speed by managing the throttle while you steer. Man, last week I was still doing Gran Turismo 7. I was not expecting to be fully into a playthrough in the best way in a game that is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite Gran Turismo game, because it has the old times charm, but also the modern day graphics. It looks amazing, I find, still to this day. It's almost a decade and a half old, but I still find it in certain aspects better looking than the modern games. It has the regular road cars, which I like much better than the race cars. But I'm playing it in 4K 60 FPS with the steering wheel. There's no way to basically, with very fast loading times and menus, etc. So I really was not expecting to be doing this now, so I'm really happy. Alright, let's... also the fact that there's like a guide for each test is so much more immersive. Like this voiceover guy.
The small S's from the first half of Autumn Ring is the ideal place to practice and test your skills of steering and throttle modulation. Be extra cautious of going off the track here as you negotiate the right, left, right corners as fast as possible. Remember, you can't get through this section flat out, so make sure to adjust the speed by managing the throttle while you steer.
Alright.
Controlling your vehicle's speed with the throttle is important, but an equally important point is the line you take. If you start driving by placing the tires on the inside curbing of each corner, you'll be able to visualize the ideal driving line. The smoother and more efficient your driving line is, the faster your time will be. Be cautious, though, of running over the curbs. If you hit them wrong, they will make you pay by disrupting the balance of the car.
Yeah, I wanted to say normally he says something extra besides just reading or saying what I already read earlier. But he did that now as well. I thought he would. He was done, but then that's why I also do the voiceover. Besides the immersion aspect, like having an actual instructor, he also always adds something extra besides just the text that we saw earlier. Anywho, here we go. Right, I may have to adjust the settings a bit because it really is. Yeah, there's quite a lot of strength, but the problem is if I lower it, then I hardly feel the rumble strips, and I find the rumble strips really immersive if you go over them. And you really feel the rattling in your steering wheel. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but I am sure that for now, for this test, it is way too much. It's now at 6 Newton meters. The wheel can go all the way up to 11 Newton meters. But I think the wheel that it's emulating now, the G25, only had 2.5 Newton meters. So I'm gonna put it to 3 for now, for this test. But I will really feel the rumble strips less, but yeah, it is what it is. Here we go. That was one thing. I also reconfigured all the buttons on the steering wheel. There's actually, I was not even aware, but I will show it to you. Oh, no. I don't know if it works in a license test, but I will try. There is this whole menu that you can set on the go in this game. Maybe it's, yeah, I think there's also a multifunction display in GT7, but I was not aware this was in Gran Turismo 5 as well. I did now dedicate quite some buttons to it, while I probably will not even use it. Or if I use it rarely, because I have the assist off always anyways. But yeah, that did mean that it takes up like 5 buttons to have that fully working on the wheel. But that does mean I didn't have a button anymore to remove the ghost. I want the ghost removed. I find that really distracting. And I thought there would be just a way to structurally remove the ghost, but I don't think it's possible actually. Here, it's nowhere here. So you do need a button for it, which makes no sense. Then for each test you have to, if you don't like the ghost, for each test you have to manually disable it. Alright, sorry, I'm just gonna quickly see if there's a way. To disable it. No, it's not here, right? Nope. I do think I saw a ghost option somewhere, but maybe I'm just misremembering that. Special events, Top Gear Test Track Beginner can now be played. Nice. No, I'm afraid there is no button to structurally disable the ghost. So I need to be a bit creative, but I have no buttons to miss, so to say. Because I also just want to use the horn. I will rarely use it, but it's just fun to immersive to listen how a horn sounds. This one we cannot remove. This one we need. Left and right is also in for immersion, just nice. Yeah, this is all that display thingy. Yeah, what I could do, I will rarely use it, but I prefer to keep it in. This one, change view, you sometimes need. Show menu, that is that whole that heads-up display or that menu that we just saw. Pulse is just going back to the main menu. And these two are mapped to flippers on the wheel, which are actually I think have like a fixed assignment. It are the below the gear levers. The Logitech G Pro has two flippers that you can use for throttle or something, but in this game, or with this converter that I have, it is mapped to throttle and brake, despite the fact that I already have pedals for them. But I cannot assign anything else to it, it seems. Which is a bit annoying. Or that are not even these two buttons, they are just not even on the screen here. These two are some, I don't have a separate shifter, but the G25 unit that it is emulating did come with a shifter, which had some button assignments on it as well. Anywho, I'm really rambling again, but the only thing that I can think of, because I will use this option so little, this heads-up display. So what I will do is just remove the up button. I can show that heads-up display, and then I can only move down. So I just need to be, if I then overshoot the entry that I wanted to change, I will just have to show it or remove it and show it again, and then it starts at the top and then I can go down again. I will do it like that, I guess. So that means we will make this one the ghost. Alright, that was a little tweak, sorry, that took way too long. Alright, I'm quickly gonna check whether that heads-up display is working now. So I select it, then I can do down. I cannot go up anymore. But then if I overshoot my selection, shit, it stays at where I had it. So this is also not an option. Annoying. Right, this should normally, should have done this. I did do most of the button assignments in between episodes, but yeah, now I already started this one. And I did that whole intro ramble, which I want to have my reasons, or at least the progress made with the wheel and the DLC cars in the playthrough, but I don't want to re-ramble that whole section, so I prefer to keep this episode going. But yeah, so there I will make a note. There's a little bit of tweaking the settings in it. Yeah, so this one does need to be, if I want to keep that menu, I do need that one there. But yeah, I literally have no button to spare, that's the problem. God damn it. I really was thinking, okay, what's is there any way to keep that heads-up display? But I rarely use it, and I literally don't see a way to do it without removing items that I want to keep. But the problem is it takes up 5 buttons, but if I only remove one of them, the whole display becomes unusable, so to say. So it's either all 5 that I remove, the whole functionality, Alright, I'm just gonna double check whether those buttons are really not assigned to anything. I'm pretty sure they're not assigned to any buttons or linked to any buttons on my wheel. Just to double check. Because I do have a couple of buttons left on my wheel that are not assignable in that menu. But let's say you have that heads-up display. So it has traction control. Yeah, that's the handy of this menu. Because it always reverts to 5, while I also always want to put it off. So that's pretty handy actually. Then you have 4-wheel drive torque. Yeah, will I ever use it? I never did so in previous Gran Turismos. Stability management I will never change. It will always be off. ABS always be 1. So I will not change that. And brake bias front and rear. Yeah, do I ever change that? I rarely, if maybe once or twice, changed it for just for fun. In the main pre-race menu, do I ever want to change that? Mid-race, I wonder. Anyways, let's see whether if I now press any of the unassigned buttons, whether that menu pops up. No, it does not. God damn it. Whoa, this is now... Ah, okay, that's reverse indeed, sorry. What else did we have? The windscreen wipers. This was the camera. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm going to play 95% of the time or 99% of the time in first person view, but still it can be handy to have the camera. So maybe I could just remove the the camera button, but then again, it's sometimes really handy to be able to change the camera to see a certain, in a replay, like how close you were to a certain car or something like that. So I also cannot remove that one, honestly. Just checking out the force feedback as well, it really works pretty well. The rumble strips as well here, they work totally fine. Yeah, so we really have a bit of a problem. Then we have these two flippers on my wheel, but they are just throttle and brake. I cannot change those. Yeah, I really want to keep the horn as well. It's super immersive. I already removed the light flashing, the headlight beam flashing, or from high to low beam, because I really never use that one. So, but it's having it all adds up to more immersion, so to say. So, yeah. Basically, I'm stuck here because I really dislike ghost cars. I need a button to remove it, unless we can also turn off traction control here. No, yeah, that's the problem. That little heads-up menu really will save me time, because otherwise each time before I enter an event I have to go into settings to turn off traction control. And with this heads-up menu I can just do it quickly in the car itself, which really will be much handier. Plus I find it quite immersive as well, that we just can mess around a little bit with the settings, even if you don't really use them that much. And also, even if my down stick that I have it assigned to is pretty wonky, it is still pretty nice to have it. But yeah, one has got to give. Here, this one we for sure need. We cannot have the start button. Windscreen we need. Camera we need. This is that heads-up menu, which would be handy. This is reverse we need. Right is the R2 is the handbrake, and then we have left look and right look, which is just also really for immersion, and behind look. And then over here, what was this? Yeah, the horn. Yeah. God damn it. Alright, I need to know when my first solution did work. It was just like I will just remove the up function for this one. That frees up a new button. Because I will just open up the display, then I will click down to what I want to change, and then I can do left and right to change it. But the problem is if you overshoot it, and especially with my little stick, the down function is really finicky. Sometimes it goes really quick, sometimes it doesn't work at all. So then if you overshoot it, I thought, okay, then I will just turn it off and back on again, and it will start from the top. But it actually doesn't start from the top, it stays where it is. So my question is, how can I then reset it to the top? I don't know how that works. So maybe if we go here, and then we go back in. No, it's still there. Probably if we restart the event, it will for sure be it will reset. But the thing is, in this menu, also the only real reason why I would use it is traction control, which is already at the top. This one not, ASM not, ABS basically not, and brake balance also not. So yes, I am going to do that one. So and then if I overshoot it and I really need it in race, I will just start over the menu and then it will reset to the top. So one last time. Because keeping that menu really saves time with not having to deactivate traction control. I think it's by default on in each car, which is pretty ridiculous. Even there's no way to globally turn it off, so to say. I remember that I found that also weird when the game, when I played it initially. So it is really handy to keep that menu, which means keeping a lot of button assignments. All these buttons are for the menu, but we will just do menu up. We will now make that ghost. I was also thinking, yeah, I could, how often do you do license tests when there's a ghost? So I could also just keep it and just only before I start license tests, which often take hours, I just change the button assignment one time, and then after the tests, when I go back to the career, I change it back. But there are also, I think, events where maybe a ghost may pop up. So yeah, I think this is out of all the options the best one. Still really weird that you cannot globally disable or structurally like the ghost. Why do you have to do that for each test? It's a bit weird. Anywho, a lot of procrastination and overthinking stuff. Let's go and do some license tests. Here we go. Alright, we need half seconds. There you go, Ghost. God damn it. Pretty tricky, this one. Like all the tests. Which is basically why I like this game so much more than the modern ones. The modern Gran Turismos, especially 6 and Sports, where everything was dumbed down. Although I do have to say, this one is, I'm not gonna say it. I want to say is maybe a little bit too hard, but no, it's not. It really forces you to learn to drive. Alright, 2/10 is what we need. Super messy how I'm driving. Too much left off. Alright, come on. Nice, in the pocket. Was not even that hard actually. Still so weird that there is no sound with this winning camera shots, or I wanted to say ceremony, but it's of course not really a ceremony, but it's really awkward. The silence. Alright, finding a line through an S-bend. Drive through the middle section of high-speed ring to test your skill through this mid-speed section of multiple right and left corners. In this section with multiple turns, it's important to take the best line that sets up your approach for the next corner. Here, in order to approach the last left turn from the outside, you must set up your position at the approach of the first right turn. Be careful not to overshoot the corner and get to the finish line in a fast, smooth fashion.
Drive through the middle section of high-speed ring to test your skill through this mid-speed section of multiple right and left corners. In this section with multiple turns, it's important to take the best line that sets up your approach for the next corner. Here, in order to approach the last left turn from the outside, you must set up your position at the approach of the first right turn. Be careful not to overshoot the corner and get to the finish line in a fast, smooth fashion. Don't take the first part of the right turn with the out-in-out driving line, because you'll find that there isn't enough room to get properly set up for the following left-hander. Instead, alter your approach to the first corner by taking an out-in middle line. To accomplish this, you will need to reduce your speed accordingly, and it's crucial to hug the inside of the turn. Since the duration of the turn is long, you'll need to modulate the throttle. With the proper coordination of steering and throttle input, you should be able to clear these corners easily.
Actually, I think I remember this one from way back in the time. I'm not sure whether it was in this game, but I remember doing a test, I think, in this corner, which I remember it still, so I think it could be a very tricky one. Epic car, by the way. It's so weird, some curves have no real force feedback. Maybe because I turned it down, the Newton meters, but there's not really much rumble. No way! Alright, so this was not this was not a hard one at all. God damn it. I thought it was I thought to remember this one as a super hard one. Alright, let's see how perfectly we did that. Also the fact that there are so many more regular road cars in this game, and also more appealing road cars, I find them. Gran Turismo Sport, Gran Turismo 7, there's so much focus on Group 1, 2, 3 race cars, and they really don't do it for me. It is, yeah, just still cannot really believe I'm playing this in 4K 60. Well, last week I was still doing GT7. And also with all the extra DLCs, the Eiger Nordwand track here, the original, the city tracks, it's just, I'm still pretty happy with it, that I'm playing it. Here we go. Overtaking using slipstreams. I remember one test in Gran Turismo 4 in the Nissan GTR, I think, which was the same objective, and it was incredibly hard. Alright, overtaking using slipstreams. Here you'll be required to pass other cars. The most orthodox way to overtake another car on the straightaway is to draft it or using its slipstream. Drafting is a technique where you drive right behind the car in front of you in order to reduce air resistance and gain an acceleration advantage. So pass the other cars here before reaching the finish line by drafting them. Any contact with the other cars will lead to your disqualification. Right, by the way, let's test that traction control. Is that now on or off? Quickly test it. Yeah, you see it's on. Man, can we make this? Maybe we can. Maybe not. Alright, I was already wondering in what car, like this car, a colleague of mine had this car. It's like a regular guy's sports car. Really like it that it's in the game. By the way, we still have to listen to the guides.
Here you'll be required to pass other cars. The most orthodox way to overtake another car on a straightaway is to draft it, or using its slipstream. Drafting is a technique where you drive right behind the car in front of you in order to reduce air resistance and gain an acceleration advantage. So, pass the other cars here before reaching the finish line by drafting them. Any contact with the other cars will lead to your disqualification.
Right.
For you to be inside a slipstream, you'll need to follow the same line as the car in front of you. At first, don't worry about the distance between the cars, but focus on following the same line as your opponent. As you get closer to it, your car's acceleration will increase. The slipstream effect becomes more pronounced the closer you get to your victim. However, when you attempt to make a pass, give yourself a safe margin to change your line, because if you wait too late, you may collide into the car you're trying to pass.
Collide? Alright, I wonder whether now the traction control remains off. Let's double check that. Yeah, god damn it. It's actually enabled again by itself. Super annoying. God damn it. Right. We did have a slight contact with the other car, but it was from the rear, so apparently that doesn't disqualify you, which is nice. Again, total silence during what should be a cheerful moment, celebrating the win. I still am baffled. I've already commented on it like 10 times earlier in these 3 episodes, but I'm baffled by the fact that there is no sound there. Not sure. Indianapolis Motor Speedway 1 lap battle. Not sure who at Polyphony Digital thought that was a good idea. Alright, Indianapolis Motor Speedway 1 lap battle. The final test for your B license will be a 1 lap battle around the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. During that lap, try to overtake the other cars and cross the finish line first. Alright, how many laps is it? 1 lap battle indeed. Alright. Probably a lot of slipstreaming involved.
The final test for your B license will be a 1-lap battle around the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. During that lap, try to overtake the other cars and cross the finish line first. Since this track is a perfect oval, you can drive it flat out from start to finish. The key is to drive behind the other cars and use their slipstream. Even after passing one rival car, think about getting into the slipstream of the next car to keep your momentum going.
Alright, let's do that. Here we go. Come on, little car, you can do this. Right, it's not totally full throttle. Here, check out this cool car, this Mazda. Right, we made it. Very nice. First race win of the playthrough. Woohoo! Alright, also first full race, so not a short license test, 1 lap review, replay. Looking forward, really remember being in awe at the time of the replays of Gran Turismo 5. Still looks amazing. Also the fact that it are more mundane cars makes it more realistic in my view. I have a much closer connection with cars like these that you see each and every day compared to racing cars. I do still see quite some screen tearing, which is a little bit annoying. I have V-Sync enabled in the emulator. Because I don't think G-Sync and via G-Sync works with this emulator. Alright, that concludes the National B license. Let's now do some real beginner events in the career mode.
Congratulations! You have effectively passed your B license tests. Now enter the appropriate races and raise your driving level. Next up, the A license tests. Are you up for the challenge?
Are these license tests? Yeah, they're also locked behind levels, I think. I thought we would maybe get amateur series can now be played, right? I thought there would maybe be some car rewards. Ah, here we are. We get the Daimyo Sports. We get the OFC, whatever that is, and the ZZS. Very nice. Alright, we will be doing a beginner series from the career mode, and then we will mix it up alternatively. How do you say it? In alternating manner between license test and career events. I think that's like the most fun way to do it, instead of only doing license tests or just forgetting all about them. Are you sure you want to receive this item? Yes, I do. Alright, what? It's a Daihatsu, I think. Oh, that went a little bit too quick. Let's do it again. Tommy Carrera. Ah, that's actually a sports car, I think. A small one. Alright, so now we probably have suitable cars. Sort by date acquired. Yeah, so if we do that, then why are the other two not here? Because it first sorts by premium, I guess. No, we want all the cars, not only the premium ones. Alright, there are some minor graphical glitches here, but that's really minor. Alright, so we have, yeah, I'm pretty sure that these cars will totally qualify for the beginner race. But I am going to buy a car nonetheless, because what I also want to check out is I read that in the emulator there is still a potential bug that it crashes when you buy a car. So we have to, let's test that out now. So it could be that it's an unexpected ending of the episode if the game crashes, but hopefully it will not. I don't have wood in the neighborhood, otherwise I would knock on it for good luck. Anyways, we are going to do the beginner series. I already have won 8th place, but that was just accidentally across the finish line. It was during playtesting with the new wheel. Entry requirements, no limitations. Alright, it's all around the 400-ish mark, performance points. And we are going to not only limit ourselves by performance points, but also just to get the old school Gran Turismo vibe, we are limited by money. We only have 22 credits, 1,000 credits. And earlier I already saw a pretty nice we already read that one, I think. I saw a pretty nice Mazda here, like this one for example. Alright, but this is a standard car. We can also buy a premium one, which is more fun to drive with the cockpit. And it does have a little bit, quite little or low performance points compared to the Field, which has like 400. Can you sort here? Not sure you can. Also, I'm now doing change view, but I don't really see what is changing. Price and by dealer acquisition. Alright, we have an Audi 300, that's too low, a Miata 1.8 RS, the RS limited edition, 9,000 and 80,000 kilometers on the clock. But this one is quite cheap. I still find it, honestly, this career too easy to get into. I remember with Gran Turismo 3 or 2 that you really had to calculate, like that you were really happy with your car, because there was no other way. If you would not win in that car and use it probably for multiple races, yeah, then you were basically stuck. So because there was the economy was much more stricter. I really like a more strict economy. I have the feeling that I can buy a little bit too much already. Or maybe not, because it are also not the most powerful cars. I will probably not win in this one. Anyways, let's just also look at this Mazda. There was a Mazda over here as well. A premium one. Right, why is there no music here? No idea. So this one is way too expensive, but there was, maybe it was this one. Yes, but how much PP does it have? 350. It is a little bit on the low end. 319. This car we cannot afford. Yeah, this would be a valid option. It's a pretty cool car actually. Also in premium. Maybe a little bit overpowered, I would say. It's above 400. This one is the right performance points, but too expensive. Yeah, they all become more expensive as we go. This one I'm really looking forward driving. It looks amazing. One of the cars I would like to have in real life the most. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pity you cannot really sort cars from the dealership on performance points. I do like it. It forces you to browse, so then you also notice things you otherwise would not have noticed. But yeah, let's just go with a cheap brand. A Copen 306. That's too little. This one we already have. It's a little bit too expensive compared to the budget that we would have if we wouldn't have gotten that Copen for free. That OFC, that was 30,000 credits, but we are only spending 20k, preferably 20, because the 22, the 2280 extra above 20k, apparently I got that from the license test, I think, because we started the game with 20k. No, I sold a couple of cars, I think. Anywho, around the 400 mark. No, this is already way too much. $400 PP and around 20k. Also looking forward driving that car. Alfa Romeo, yeah, I don't really like these models. Also a little bit too expensive. 10 million, god damn it. And then they said that in GT7 the cars were super expensive. God damn it, they're pretty expensive in this game as well. I think, I'm not sure, there's a button, let me try, that actually, I'm not sure, oh, that's not that button, or maybe it's in here. It's alright, this changes the background, but I think there may also be a button that speeds up the turning around. The scrolling. One moment, just still learning. With demo back, I do think. No, that's not that one. I did see somebody speeding up, but that's maybe only in the own garage. Because I don't really see a way to do that here. Speeding up the rotation. This is a pretty cool car, I have to say. Looks a little bit like the legendary 250 GTO Ferrari. And I'm wondering which one do I like better. If I could choose, yeah, this one, it has a little bit too skinny wheels. This is probably a much older car. What's the year? 65. No, it's not that much older. It looks like it's on much skinnier tires. it's actually a beautiful car. I don't know, maybe if this one is more rare than the 250 GTO, I actually would go for this one maybe. I don't know, it's a beautiful car. So this was the Giulietta TZ2 Carrozzata da Zagato, serial number AR750106 from 1965. Anywho, we were looking for a budget car. That's the Gran Turismo way. Here, this is exactly what I need. Around 400, 389 and below 20k. This is exactly the car I was looking for. Is there also that, this one is a cool Type R, but there's also that DC2 Type R that I personally really like. And there are so many cool cars in this game, actually. Alright, we are buying this one. Alright, it could be that the game crashes now, so let's all do a little quick prayer, but I also find it a bit weird there is no background music here. Anywho, here we go. If it crashes, I will continue in the next episodes, obviously. And if not, then we have a new Civic Type R AK1997 in this episode. So here we go. First we have to select. Then we do the color. Yeah, these cars, they can only be in one color, that's white, with a red R. So, do we want to read if we buy cars? Do we want to read about it? Yeah, maybe that's nice. So this is the demo where I think a guy will read it for you. No. The scrolling text that you saw in the demo, you can also read it somewhere else. Now there's music. Here, description. We are going to read it. We are going for the full experience. When you talk about HUD Honda Civic, surely the sixth iteration of this compact car icon that first appeared in 1972 would take the forefront of the conversation. The car, known in-house as the AK and dubbed by Civic loyalists as the Miracle Civic, arrived in 1995. It boasted excellent fuel economy, high output 3-stage VTEC, variable I think camshaft control or something. What is VTEC again? Variable timing. Alright, let me double check quickly. VTEC. Sorry. Alright, variable valve timing and lift electronic control. Alright, so it is when the valves open and how much they open. Variable valve timing and electronic lift control. Alright, I find it a really not a very good abbreviation because there are many more words hidden behind it. But anyways, it has a high output 3-stage VTEC and a CVT, continuously variable transmission, called the Honda Multimatic. It came in 3-door hatchback and sedan forms. The latter called the Vario in Japan. This Civic won Japan's prestigious Car of the Year award, as well as racking up a number of different honors all over the world. In August 1997, Honda introduced a Type R variant, which was based on the Civic hatchback. It was the first Type R model in Civic's history. The engine of the Civic Type R was a B16B, a 1.6 liter double overhead cam 16 valve inline 4 equipped with VTEC. The engine cranked out an amazing 182 horsepower at 200 RPM. Figures previously unheard of in a naturally aspirated engine. Also, it was lighter than the other Civics, making it that much quicker off the line. The car was also an excellent handling machine thanks to a lowered body and firmer suspension. Naturally, the Type R made for an exceptional racer with many victories in grassroots motorsports and in Japan's Super Taikyu Endurance Series. Even after all these years, the car still has a loyal following. Alright, now I'm wondering, are Type R's, are that only Civics or also, no, it are also Integras indeed. That DC20, I think, or DC2? I think DC2, that's also an Integra, I really like that one. Anyways, we are buying this one. So, here we go. Hopefully it will not crash. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. I don't think it crashed. Alright, let's very quickly still this episode do the first of 3 races in the beginner series, because what I noticed, they are extremely easy. Or it's maybe because I was just driving a little bit faster car during playtesting. I don't think there is a difficulty level in this game. Because that's one thing that I like in GT7. You have a hard difficulty level, which makes certain races really, really hard. So I do hope that there is also a challenge in this game. I do think so, and if not in the races, it will be in the special events. Like the Sebastian Vettel event is apparently crazy hard. I remember an event on the Top Gear test track in a Lotus Elise, which is really hard. So there will be challenge, but it would be nice if there's also a challenge in the races themselves. And we are about to find out now. Maybe it's easier just to put traction control off via here instead of that heads-up menu. Here we go. Still super easy, these races. I do miss the rumble from the rumble strips. It's really, I'm gonna increase the force feedback a bit because I really don't feel anything driving over those strips. Alright, put it to 5. Which makes the regular steering actually a little bit too heavy, but at least I feel the rumble strips more. looking out the side window. Why not? I think it's the emulator as well, that it's just not keeping up with controls a bit. Because sometimes these rumble strips you feel it in the wheel, other times not. Seems like maybe the emulator is just not keeping up. But this frame rate, etc., it's all perfectly well. Perfectly fine. But here, that one, I didn't feel any force feedback. Alright, in the pockets. In the pockets. Let's just quickly watch one lap of replay. It looks still pretty amazing, this game, I find. So much more immersive than GT7, and this track alone, like it's so much more fun than the tracks in GT7, which are all quite soulless. These tracks have so much more character, I find. But maybe that's just me. Let's continue. We have more races to do. And we are going to hopefully a cool circuit. Grand Valley, really cool circuit, I find personally. And I am going to quickly dial the force feedback still back a little bit to 4 Newton meter. There we go. Alright, at least if you put it off in one car, it stays off in between races, traction control. Here we go, no more kidding around. No idea how many laps it was. I forgot to read it. Man, we bought a perfect car for this. We are destroying them. I do like it after some really tough, really tough races in GT7, which I did like in itself, but they really took like some of them really took like days. It's nice to have a couple of relaxing races. Alright, I think this is the short version of the track. recognize this corner. Yeah, this is the short version. Yeah, let's put it to a little bit more, because I barely feel those rumble strips. One moment. Also putting the filter, is it 8? Seems about right. Dampener 15. Don't I want a dampener a little bit less? Let's do 10. Sorry, I'm just dialing it all in. Actually gaining. No, this is too much actually. Sorry. So let's keep that one at. Yeah, maybe let's just do 15, and then here we do. Maybe not 10, and then we do strength 4 indeed, because I'm really having to. No. I really have to put quite some force just to turn the car in the hairpins. Right, that one is in the pocket. I like the long layout much better, the full layout of Grand Valley, compared to this little east variant. Tsukuba, one of my favorite circuits, only 2 laps. Here we go. Man, that Mazda looks pretty good. It's pretty detailed. Also the physics, I find it totally believable in this game. Man, this was one of the harder National B license tests. That corner over there. committed enough steering into that corner. Steering correction mid-corner is never what you want. In the pockets. Alright, this will be a cool little replay. Japanese hot hatches on Tsukuba. Really find that. Ah, now I know. I found that random with the license test, I think, as well. That random. Oh, there's something going on with the lighting. But that cheering. Sometimes it's totally silent, and other times they cheer. I think the cheering is based on when you reach a new driver level. I'm not sure, but I think so. Here, this is what Gran Turismo is all about for me. Cool tunes, cool cars, cool tracks, beautiful graphics. No annoying Sarah popping up or other NPCs. This is Gran Turismo. Also that shot you saw in the background. Not sure whether it will be the same camera, but yeah, it's more or less. It's a slightly different camera, annoying. Or maybe from, yeah, this shot is what I mean. This really is Gran Turismo for me. These beautiful graphics, it almost looks photorealistic. It's just pretty amazing. Annoying that immediately that whole menu pops up if you press pause, on pause. Alright, Alright, this is not what we want. Alright, mini championship in the pocket. Why do we have a link to the garage here? To change car, I guess. Let's also quickly now test out if we can speed up the rotation. I'm pretty sure I saw someone doing that. I still have no clue how. I'm just pressing some buttons that have no other function currently. But I don't see a way to speed it up, unfortunately. Alright, not a major thing. We are done with the championship. Did we get anything? Besides a cup? I have no idea. Maybe some driver, probably driver experience. We are going to do the front wheel rear drive front engine cars or front engine front wheel drive challenge. Yeah, we can basically keep the same car, I would say. Aim for first place in this 3-race challenge for FF cars. A 3-race event aimed at beginner drivers of FF cars, front wheel drive vehicles whose engines are also mounted at the front. Is it the same type of field? But that Honda Integra Type R DC2 is in the game. Yeah, it would be nice. I am gonna mix it up. Otherwise, we'll never see all the cars in the game. Otherwise, so I'm just really wondering, can we get that DC2 from somewhere? Alright, we have reached level 6, special event, AMG Driving Academy beginner can now be played. Very nice. You win the following prize. Here we go. Here's our prize. Vitz U Euro Sports Edition. Let's check it out. I think we already had a Vitz, right? And maybe we should just take a little bit of a slower car actually. The DC2 is very cool, but I feel we are a little bit overpowered, honestly. We also want a bit of a challenge. So, no, I only see one Vitz. Maybe I got one earlier and I already saw it. Or it could be that I just have the Vitz in mind because Waffle, he's a cool Gran Turismo YouTuber. He was talking about the Vitz being some kind of a meme car. I think maybe in Gran Turismo 4 or 3, where there are certain events where you keep on winning a Vitz. I think it's the Vitz trophy in Gran Turismo 3, or maybe 2 even. Yeah, we could take it, but we will never win in that car, I think. let's just check it out. How standard car feels. And how much 325 performance points is in a field where the cap is, I think, around 400, right? Yeah, even above 400. This will probably not work. But just as a learning exercise to see how much the gap is. And also how worse it is to drive a standard car instead of a premium car. So taken from GT4 without the much enhanced graphics. Honestly, I still find they look pretty good, I find. That's indeed the case. They don't have an interior. But it's better than nothing. I actually pretty like it without any interior. It's not so distracting. The car drives pretty well, I must say. But I'm sure I will have a problem on the straights. Oh shit, this is the short circuit. Alright, let's drive defensively. You see, you can easily win in a much slower car. Although they will be coming for me now. Looking in the mirror. Oh, quite a lot of bumping. But I have much more fun doing this than I have in GT7 in much quicker cars. This is what it's all about for me. Just quirky races. And a Gran Turismo career is not complete without driving cars like these. And yeah, these are of course beginner races, but they are really easy. If you don't screw it up like I'm doing now. I lost the race over there. Maybe not. Here we go. Very nice. In the pocket. Alright, let's quickly finish this championship as well. It's pretty, it's much easier than I expected. Let's watch one lap of Suzuka. I've driven Suzuka a lot in GT7. Just curious how it compares. Yeah, it looks basically just as good, I find. And again, I find these kinds of car rosters much more fun. I still cannot believe I'm just playing Gran Turismo 5. I really thought I had to wait another 2 years for the emulator to develop. Because I do have a PS3 and a PS3 copy of the game, but I don't have an old steering wheel anymore, and I do want to play it with a steering wheel. But with that converter, yeah, it was. I was not sure it would work, but it was. I thought it was a risk worth taking, and it really paid off. So we have one race in the VIDs. Shall we mix it up just to get to know some different cars? Because the VIDs was not all that. Damn, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to press this button. Around 400 pp. Yeah, we have that OVC. Only 61 horsepower. Let's just try it. Yeah, although this is a track with long straights, I will not win in that one. Nope, that will be a time wasting. Alright, where is that Tommy Kaira? Ah, these are only the cars that are eligible. So the front cars. Yeah, I'm quickly going to... I will use one of these cars in a more curvy circuit. Let's quickly see if we can find that DC2 somewhere. What is an E-Fini? Gone was the name Savannah that graced previous model, replaced by the moniker E-Fini. Alright, not sure what that means. I thought it was just a little weird localization issue with translations or something. I don't think it is. Now we have this Civic Sear 2. We can pay for it, and it has the right amount of PP. Yeah, let's do that. And then we will leave the... Here you also really have like supercars here, which is pretty fun. But then we will leave the DC2 Integra Type R for later. We are going with this one, which is what's this? This is 1993. Yeah, this is older than the one that we were driving just now, I think. Alright, yeah, and again, when we buy a car, we read the text. So here we go. When the 5th generation Civic came around in September 1991, Honda was regarded as one of the foremost front-wheel drive makers in the world. The new Civic, dubbed the Sport Civic, took all the values of the previous model and made them slightly better. 3 different body styles were offered. A 3-door hatchback, the newly christened Vario 4-door sedan, and a 5-door hatchback, known as the Shuttle. Underneath their hoods were a variety of new engines, most of them featuring VTEC technology. The base models came with a 1.3 liter and 1.5 liter inline-4. Mid-level models had either an easy-to-service 1.5 liter single overhead cam VTEC inline-4 or a fuel-efficient 1.5 liter with VTEC E. And the premier Civic model was powered by none other than the mighty 1.6 liter double overhead cam VTEC, variable valve timing and electronic lift control inline-4 that produced 168 horsepower, 10 horsepower more than any previous generation SIR motor. To handle the extra power, Honda engineers stiffened up the car's double wishbone suspension system. The SIR was a pure driver's car with nothing more than the essentials. The SIR2, the second and more popular model, added comfort amenities such as air conditioning, power windows and a leather-covered steering wheel. The SIR2 also got a 4-speed automatic transmission. One drawback of the automatic was that the engine's peak output was cut to 153 horsepower to improve low and medium range torque. Still, the addition of the automatic transmission definitely broadened the Civic SIR's appeal to an entirely new group of buyers. Alright, interesting. It really goes quite in depth, I really like that. And what I also really like, at least I hope so, yeah, that the torque figure here is feet per pound or something, lb. I think in GT7 it is done in kilograms per centimeter, like a totally obscure unit, and I didn't really find a way to change that. So I'm happy that this is at least feet per pound or something. I prefer to just have Newton meters. But yeah, it is what it is. It's at least better than I think what I had in GT7. Purchase the car. Thank you very much. Clubman Stage Route 5 FF Challenge. Alright, we're driving against a 206 RC Peugeot, a Coupe Turbo Plus, I think that's a Fiat, a Vibe GT, no ID, probably some small Japanese car, Tiburon Turbulence, no ID, and then 4 other Hondas, 3 Civics, one much newer, a Civic Type R 2008, and the DC2 as well from 1999. Yeah, so we are in the oldest of the Hondas. Oldest car on the whole field actually. But let's see how we will fare. It's 3 laps and we can win 4,100 credits. Longest straight 684 meters, course length 2.4 kilometers, elevation 14 meters. Here we go. Man, I remember driving this in the GT4 playthrough. This emulator runs a lot better than that one. Although it's a little bit grainy when it's dark. I can live with that. Always a tricky corner, that one. Oh. Still getting used to, oh, sorry, to the physics model. And the whole game mostly. And also the track layouts. I do find the lampposts, the light effect on it, like it's the rays that they emit, a little bit overly done. Almost look like spike balls. But again, we can easily win in a much smaller car if I don't make stupid mistakes. So these beginner events are really just to slowly get into it, which is nice. Everywhere I'm braking way too much or too little. Just driving really bad actually. Right, is it 3 laps? Forgot about that. Again, overbraking, so annoying. And underbraking, not really. And there we go, in the pockets. Let's quickly watch 1 lap of replay. It's a cool track, I find. nice. Right, last track I think has a little bit more curves or bends or corners. Deep Forest, so let's take that one car from the garage that we can use for it, just to mix it up. We can either use this one or we use, so this one we use, that one we used. Can you see how much you've driven in a car? Yeah, this is the total distance. I would like to see how much I've driven it. Because I want to drive every car. It would be nice if there's a way to keep track of that. Also, it would be nice if there's a way to keep track of which car you already read the description. Maybe what I will do is just every car in my garage, before it goes into the garage, I will read the description. Then I will know for sure I've read it. And maybe I will also not sell, I will only sell duplicate cars. So that I will also get like a full garage. Try to collect all the cars in the game. But yeah, the exact modalities of how I'm gonna tackle it, we'll also figure it out along the way. For now, let's just take this one. But also, let's read it quickly. The OFC1 is the Hatsu's lightweight convertible K-car concept that followed in the footsteps of the Copen. Shown at the 2007 Frankfurt Motor Show, the OFC1 was a convertible two-seater with an electric roof, whose old name stands for Open Future Concept. And while the OFC1 may have been based off the Copen, it was much more advanced with new technology that dramatically improved driving performance. Under the hood resided an updated version of the Copen's intercooled turbocharged 12-valve inline 3 that came mated to a 7-speed constantly variable transmission, I think, CVT, with pedal shifters, an electronically controlled damper and stabilizer in the car's suspension system played an integral role in providing superior roll stability through corners. While the Copen had rear drum brakes, the OFC sported disc brakes all around. The electric falling roof was made of glass, but it also included an LCD sunshade that could be made opaque or transparent simply by the push of a button. This allowed passengers to experience a panoramic view even with the top closed. The roof was divided into 3 parts, making it very compact when folded and allowed for adequate trunk space even with the top in the down position. All this made the OFC1 a truly special vehicle, one that many believe drove better than the heralded Copen and unlike any K-car on the road today. Right, but was it actually a production car? I wonder. It only says here it was shown at the Frankfurt Motor Show 2007. And this one is from what year? Where? 2007 as well. Yeah, this is a concept car. That's also one thing I really like about GT5. I don't think there are a lot of efficient GT cars, if any, in this game yet. That also, I found that so unimmersive, all those unrealistic cars in GT7 and GT Sport, etc. Anyways, change car, yes. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh shit. We may have a little problem here. I'm also a bit slow down in the emulator. Alright, this car is a little bit too slow actually. I was not expecting that. Really distracting gauges. The rev counter and the speedometer. I think maybe that we can win, but could also very well be not possible, depending on the rubber banding in this game. Just get to the front, then we will drive defensively. Also, I don't know the track that well, the track-car combination. I'm over-braking a bit. We're basically in the same spot where we were. They are really braking way too much over there. So there is some rubber banding going on for sure. Nice, I got a little bump. think you can win it. So the question is, am I going to put the time in to try and win this? It would be pretty fun. Let's just try and win it, fuck it. They are way slower in that last corner. Alright, that went worse than before. I want to get in front of that white, whatever it is, Honda Civic or something. Accord and Honda Prelude. Sorry, a little bit bumping, but other cars have such a big advantage. We have to try and use all the tricks in the book. God damn it, I should have carried more speed there. Here, these are the corners where you can win it. Like that. God damn it. It is doable. Come on. It's fun. Quirky races like this. Fucking hell. Rev counter to the right, it moves counterclockwise, also really quirky. Yeah, sorry, that was really terrible actually. Yeah, I don't want to slam into him that hard. A little bit nudging, okay, but I don't want to cheat, so to say. Fucking hell, I'm being held up. Nope. I'm actually lost now. God damn it, man. It is doable. Come on. Come on. Damn it, steer in earlier. That's where you can win the race. Oh my god. Don't let it hang in the limiter for no reason. Right, doesn't really matter. I didn't bump into them. But the thing is, I actually prefer to be a little bit at the back, in that last corner. Alright, nice little bump. And another one. And another one. Yeah, but because this is what I mean. These guys totally get me out of my line. Alright, the key is... I didn't do it well. The key is to really steer in early. Nice. Thanks for the bump. Fucking hell, I lifted off without reason. Could be I lost the race over there. Nope, I think they're too far ahead. Ah, fuck my life. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm gonna spend another hour in this. It would be really fun to win. I do think it is possible. You just have to have like a clean race yourself and a bit of luck. That you really zip past the AI without losing much momentum. That's pretty hard to do often. But we'll be doing that after a little break. I'm taking a little break. Guys, be back in a sec if anybody is watching. See you later. Alright, here we go. No more kidding around. Let's do this. damn it. Right, thanks for the little bump. Much faster car behind me. Here we go, now we're kidding around. Also, way too much braking. There's a lot of time I can gain in many of these corners. Alright, now the do or die corner. God damn it. Here, this is the problem. They get in front of you and will block your better line, like cutting the corner here, for example. Also, that corner I totally screwed up. You see, you need to flow past him without braking for him or bumping into him, but then you, yeah, they're just in your line. So there's also a certain level of luck involved. This corner I need to take much better. And we're in the exact same position as before. Now we did get past him. I pressed the brake briefly, shouldn't have done that. Again, so annoying, they are just slowing you down, despite that they're faster cars. Oops, sorry. hell, man. Yeah, so it is really, really tricky to win it. But I'm only like, what was it? I think less than a second of the first place. I should have taken that corner much tighter. Again, that red car will break my flow over here. Fucking hell. And over there. Alright, it's a little bit a shortcut, but honestly, what can you do? Fucking hell, I lost the race there. Fucking hell. With that shortcut at the end, it is possible, and I need to cheat a little bit. I don't want to bump into other cars, but a little shortcut in such an underpowered car, I think should be allowed. that's what I mean. Fucking hell, it's so annoying. Having a super overbraking car in the middle of your line. Fucking god, again. If you just flew past them, I would have been first by now. So annoying. God, totally screwing up that fucking hell, man. Screwing up that corner myself. It is winnable, but it needs to be perfect. Lift off, so annoying. Nice, that Citroën behind me is holding up quicker cars. Here, this is a good position, but again, I will smash into that car over there. Not if we go around the outside. See, if you don't bump into them, Fucking hell. I shifted back down while I shouldn't have. God damn it. Maybe if I wouldn't have shifted down, I would have made it. We're half a second behind the first place, so yeah. It must be doable. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Need to keep that white car behind me. Alright, not as easy as it seems. Alright, not super clean, but whatever. Got some nice bumps up the hill, that really helps. Now I'm totally screwing up this corner myself. But still, much better first section than other attempts. Totally screwed up this corner. Fucking hell. what I was thinking there. Fucking hell. Oh my man, so close. God damn it. If I would have done that last corner a little bit better, I could have swooped past by them. God damn it. Right, this is great. It gives me all the room to catch up to these motherfuckers. Although I screwed up that corner. Fucking hell, man. Oh. here. Now they will block me in the next corner. It's so annoying. God. Alright, I need to get from the outside. No, this car from the inside. Alright, not very clean, but good enough. And also good if that Ford is behind the Nissan over there. I think the Ford is quicker. Man, I could have gotten onto the inside of him. Nope, not very good. Nope, I pressed the brake and I shouldn't have. God damn it. Alright, again, this was an attempt where I could have won, I think. But I screwed it up myself. Fucking hell. Come on, man. God damn it, I don't have the time. I have like a working day tomorrow. Nice. Got a little bump. my god, man. Nice. All right, not super. But it is what it is. But the Ford is in front, that's not good. God damn it. Oh my god. No way, no fucking way, Jose. We're in seconds. Ah, fuck me. Too much sliding. Alright, but at least we were a second much quicker, so if you're just a little bit quicker, you could maybe take both the first and the second place cars, if everything goes well, in the first corner of the second lap. Oh shit, I thought it was crashing. Alright, I don't have time anymore, but I can. It would be so nice to just tackle this. Nice! I got some bumps. God damn it. was it. That was the run. Fucking hell. Man, that Ford to the left, it really looks almost photorealistic. That rim and the profile on the tire, it's just amazing. 15-year-old game. I find it looks better. Somehow it looks, I find the graphics more appealing than GT7. I don't know why, but it is the case. Man, this was it. This was it. Fucking hell. Nice. It's so hard to get past them unscathed. Right, first or second beginner race or championship. It's of course how hard you make it yourself, but pretty challenging. was like, okay, can I take the inside? Can I take the outside? God damn it, it is possible. And it may sound like super or look super repetitive, which it is, but this is such a throwback to me to the good old days. This is really the most fun car driving I've had in such a long time. The track, the cars themselves, the quirkiness, the graphics. It is. I'm having a blast. It's a pity I have to work tomorrow, but yeah, for what it's worth, I'm really enjoying this. I will take a slight break and then we'll continue. Alright, back at it. Let's quickly try if this is winnable still in this episode. Would be great. screwed up that corner, fucking hell. This one as well, fuck me. This went pretty well. This is the first time, or very rarely, that I'm already passing that Citroen over there. That means I have all the space to myself in that last corner. God damn it. I went too wide. I flew too close to the sun. Fuck it, there goes the fort. Fuck me, that's where I lost the race. God damn it. Alright, I made a mistake. If I wouldn't have made that mistake, then the result could have been better. fucking hell. No way, we're in first. No way! Yes! Woohoo! Alright, it took some time, it took some effort, but here we are, motherfucker! Alright, I knew there was a chance it was possible. I don't even remember where I overtook them. It was in the last corner of the first lap. Alright, let's I'm gonna save this replay just for fun. Like one of the first races in the whole playthrough. That was really a challenge. Man, what a fun game. Absolutely amazing. Modern games just are not like this anymore. It is really hard to put your, to exactly describe what it is that makes them so much more fun, but they are just so much more fun. Yeah, I really find the game more believable looking, more grittier, more than GT7. I don't know what it is. It looks more photorealistic to me. Also the cars themselves, that Nissan at the front, I forgot what type it is, but and that Focus RS, I think it is. Nissan Primera, I think it is. But they are such regular cars, but also cool cars. They're quite quick. It's just amazing. Ah, by the way, I forgot. That is where I overtook them. Let's watch it back. I even went super wide, but it was enough. Playing a little bit dirty in the mini automobile. But yeah, otherwise there is no chance of winning against a field like that. And that's also the thing why I stuck with it, because it also really gets me to get to grips with the game, so to say. Like, okay, we had like, I think 100, maybe 80 or so, or 100 performance points disadvantage. Can you then still win? And apparently, probably in the higher leagues, not anymore. But in this beginner league, if you take your time, you can actually. So that teaches me that if you have like a difference of a couple of tenths of performance points, it's not the end of the world. Alright, I was quite afraid that they would overtake me here. They came very close. But I knew that the corner that's coming up now, that left-hander, he was actually side by side. But this corner, I was always a little bit quicker, as well as the last corner. So it really couldn't have been more close, so to say. Man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow evening, start of the weekend, with this game. And so far, no crashes, no slowdowns. The emulator and the force feedback on my Logitech G Pro modern wheel is working absolutely flawlessly. Right, special event Gran Turismo karting experience can now be played. Top Gear Test Track Intermediate can be played. You completed the FF challenge with gold trophies. Civic Sir 2 EG91. I think we already have that one. So if we have two of them, I'm gonna sell one. Let's see. Also the music, it really... Here, alright, this is a Sir 293. That's the one we used. Do I then now get a premium one? Sir 291 or something. I don't see the car in the garage. Alright, I am pretty sure, I could be mistaken, but that we bought this car. That we drove the previous race in this car. So if we are now winning one, we should have two, right? when did we acquire this one? Where does it say? Yeah, only the date. Alright, let's read this. Yeah, we read this. 10 more than any previous generation motor. And also about that 4-speed automatic that reduced the horsepower but to improve torque. Yeah, we read this one, so that means we bought this one. Alright, maybe you cannot have duplicate cars, but that's also something I cannot imagine. This one we also bought, this one we already had. These are the DLC cars. This card we already, this is the DLC cards. Yeah, I don't see where our car is actually. Alright, it's a bummer of that graphical glitch here. It's not too bad, but... Alright, whatever. Here it is. I have to unlock it. Yeah, this is the 91, so we have the 93 we had. And this is probably a premium car. No, it's not. It's so hard to put this game down, I find. Because again, besides being a racing game, it's also such a fun game to just mess around in, like learning tidbits. It's really a car encyclopedia, this series. I think GT7 does that well, good as well. But this game just oozes so much character, I find. Anywho, do we want to sell one of the two? They're basically the same. But yeah, they are a different year, so I will keep them. I'm gonna be a car collector. Only if it's really needed that I sell something. I will sell something, or if it's a duplicate car. Otherwise I will just keep them. We have quite some money in the bank, 37. And let's see what the next event is. I will not make all the races or this artificially hard on myself by taking a way underpowered car. But a bit of a challenge is always fun. This is a championship, so it's a series of races. And that's actually also another advantage of an emulator. You can use save states, so you can, if you don't have time to do the whole championship in one go, you don't need to let it run. You can just do a save state, close the emulator, and next time you can start exactly where you left off. Compared to regular autosaves, it is more, I think, precise where you can save. You can save anywhere. Alright, these are the city tracks, really looking forward. And Cape Ring, I don't really remember it, but it's a fun track, I think. And this is all in the 300-400 pp range. So basically the same kind of cars. So either we're gonna buy a new car, or maybe we have one in the garage that we can use. 385, yeah, that one is a suitable car, but we can also... did we use the fits? Yes, we used the fits. This one, not yet. This one we still have to use, but I'm not going to again, especially if it's a championship, I'm not gonna handicap myself too much. But yeah, this car, we got it. It's similar to one we had, but let's drive each car at least once. So if we are going to drive it, we are also going to read it. When the 5th generation Civic came around in September 1991, Honda was regarded as one of the foremost. We already read this. This is the same. Yeah, we already read that first text. Yeah, this is the same text as the other Civic, Seer. Yes, so we already read it, that's good. We are going to use this older model even for the next championship. It's older, but it has one performance point more, which is fun. Let's see. Welcome to GT Auto, a full service car maintenance and body shop. Perform routine maintenance jobs like oil changes and car washes. Customize your car with new paint and performance parts, or take on major projects like an engine overhaul and chassis repair. Some jobs may not be performed on certain vehicles, and some jobs like painting your car can only be done once you've acquired a paint chip. Paint chips may be acquired by completing GT mode events and have enough credits to pay for the job. Make sure you have the right parts or enough credits before you put your car in for service. Alright, let's see. Do we need an oil change? Yeah, it doesn't look too good actually. But it should be good. Or did we receive a second-hand car? No, that is just the color of the oil. I thought it would be green or something, but no, it is. This is also the normal color of oil, because it will probably become black when it's bad. Alright, but that's just learning how it works. Also, let's give it a wash, why not? I think I got 10 wash credits and 10 oil change credits as a DLC or something. Here, this is so much more fun than GT7. The music as well. Welcome to GT Auto. We offer a variety of detailed services covering everything from regular maintenance like washing your car and oil changes to more serious maintenance such as engine and chassis overhauls. We'll even paint your cars or perform racing modifications, transforming your favorite car into a full racing machine. Everything you need to super blah blah blah. Your motoring life is available. Everything you need to supply your motoring life is available right here. The guy's head to support, I can see through his head, is right here. Alright, thank you very much. Did they use a coupon? No. Alright, we can paint car, paint wheels, change wheels, aero kits, engine overhaul, chassis maintenance, racing modifications. I will figure that out later on. Alright, this was a much longer than expected episode, like always. I thoroughly personally enjoyed it. It really got me back into the old school Gran Turismo vibe, and that was really something I was missing for a long time in gaming world. Just that old school fun. No politics in your game, no over focus on trying to appeal to everyone, thereby appealing to no one. It is just, life, I wouldn't say life was better, but gaming was more fun in the past. Maybe I'm an old cynic, I don't know, but that's at least my opinion as it is now. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, don't forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.